Australia by train. There's no better way to see one of the largest and most remote regions in the world. But don't be late. A ride into the outback can take 24 hours. Imagine the doors are closing and the train begins to move. Can you catch it? True or false, you can safely jump on a train as long as it's moving less than 10 miles an hour. Olympic sprinters can easily top 20 miles an hour. But the answer here is still false.
Jumping onto moving trains is stuff of blockbuster movies and should never be attempted in real life. You could physically injure yourself on the side of a train while you're trying to board it. It's just not worth the risk.
Tourist Chad Vance is late for his train and makes a dangerous choice.
So I'm running and I grab onto that railing and swung myself in. I definitely, thought that I'd just grab on and continue trying to get somebody's attention. But it didn't work that way.
As the train accelerates to more than 50 miles an hour, Chad realizes the magnitude of his mistake.
There was no way to get anyone's attention. Yeah, I believed I was going to be out on the stairwell for at least 24 hours. And I had my camera on me, so I thought if I die, I probably want to tell my friends and family what happened and, say goodbye and whatnot.
I don't know if you can hear me right now, but I came back like a minute late to the train after we got off. I tried furiously to bang on the windows and get somebody to stop the train, but they wouldn't do it. Here I am now, on the bloody steps of the train. No way to get it. Got about a 24-hour trip left, so...
Now it's you stuck in the stairwell of a train, and the next stop isn't for 24 hours. What are you going to do? Tourist Chad Vance is trapped on the outside of a moving train in Australia, and the next stop isn't for 24 hours. Now it's you stuck on the stairwell of a train. What are you going to do? A. Jump off, remembering to tuck and roll. B. Curl up into a ball to minimize wind exposure and stay warm. Or C. Climb to the windows and get someone's attention. Chad runs through his options as the train speeds deeper into the outback.
There's about a 5-foot patch of big, sharp rocks that they line the edge of the railroad with, So I was thinking I'm going to have to jump past these rocks in order not to break a leg or an arm or, hit my head and just, die.
If he wanted to definitely die, he could have jumped off of that train, because jagged rocks and boulders that line the train tracks could be devastating to a human body, if not fatal, from a train that's moving 53 miles per hour.
And there's another problem. As the sun goes down, the desert temperature drops below freezing.
In the outback, you don't have the tempering effects of the ocean around you. So the temperatures can drop to near the freezing mark overnight. In this condition here, temperature of 32 degrees and a train moving at 50 miles an hour, we would calculate a wind chill of 20 to 30 degrees below zero.
After the first 40 minutes, I was starting to get really, really cold. Unbearably so, starting to shiver.
Worst case scenario for Chad is that he goes to sleep or succumbs to hypothermia and actually falls out of the stairwell from that moving train.
No way in, no way out. So how do you survive this? Jumping off and climbing around a moving train could both be deadly mistakes. The only answer is B. Curl into a ball and preserve your heat until someone can help.
Curling up in a ball in this particular scenario is actually a really good idea.
Luckily, there was a little light on their stairwell that was actually radiating quite a bit of heat. So I curled up to it, kind of as close as I could, and was using that to just give myself a little bit of warmth.
The unbearable cold motivates him to keep trying to signal for someone's attention.
Are people hearing me and just not helping? Or are they just not hearing me whatsoever? I just kept on, kept on trying.
Hours later, a curious steward finally hears his cries for help.
I heard the emergency brakes and the train came to a halt. And just in this moment, it's just such relief.
No one tries to get trapped in a train's stairwell. But if, like Chad, it happens to you, keep these tips in mind. Never jump on or off a moving train. If by some chance you find yourself locked out of a train in motion, tuck into a ball to stay warm, and get off as soon as possible, but only when the train is stopped. Missing a train may be frustrating, but trying to catch one that's already moving could be deadly.